Alright, rear passenger side window would not roll down, so I bought this product to fix it because I got in there and found out it was just the little plastic piece on the slide that was broken. So I ordered this off Amazon. So let's see what we get. Alright, in the bag we get a little tube of super lube and the two halves to these are aluminum and in great quality. I actually already changed out the other side and it's working. So these pieces go together and then these screws go in to hold it together on the knob. That we'll see in just a second. They also give you the Allen wrench you need. Sorry for the noise, I'm close to the highway. As well, or hex wrench, and then as well as a link to a video which I didn't go to. So first things first, got to take this bezel off. Probably easier done with a screwdriver. Try not to break it. I did not. This just pulls right off. Up, and we'll want to unhook this. It's best to do by putting a flathead screwdriver right here so that you can pull this little tab down and then pull the plug out. I can't do it while I'm filming, otherwise I'd show you. Okay. Everything's a 10mm as far as bolts. These also have the Phillips head in case you want to use a Phillips. I would suggest using a number 3 Phillips, not a number 2, because number 2 is too small. It'll work, but as long as it's not tight. There's also a screw here on the end of the door. You're going to want to undo that too. But once you have these two and then the one on the end here off, you should just be able to reach underneath the bottom. There's a little handle. Just pull, snaps right off, and then you just lift up. And the whole thing comes off. I did it with one hand, so you can do it with two. Once inside the door, you're going to want to peel back your insulation. And then we'll take this one off. Again, it's 10mm, 2 bolts. Then you'll want to hook this back up so that you can control your window, so that you can move the arm where you need it. Once taken off this guy, we have a nice big cavity to work in here. Once you take your 2 screws out, the 10mm screws, this will just probably fall off. It's your rail. This is what was in there, but it originally was one piece and snapped because it's weak. The new one is 2 pieces, but as you can see, it's aluminum and has these threaded screws and comes together quite nicely. The plastic was just not really meant to last. Alright, when you get your rail off and you get the plastic, in order to get the plastic piece out, you've got to fix one of these divots. They've got divots on both ends. I took an angle grinder to mine and ground off the divot on this side so that the plastic would slide out. So now, with the divot removed, these should go right in. And they do with 2 hands, not very well with one. It's still kind of a tight little fit in there. I don't see any need to put the divot back or to put a set screw or anything in there because connected to the motor, this never goes past here anyway, and the bolt will hold it in anyhow, so no need for a divot. Not sure why one was there to begin with. But once you have both pieces in here, I'm going to put a screw in that piece right there, just like that. And it's not connected to the other side. I'm going to leave them separate so that I can get the ball in there first. Alright, so I put my rail back in and my 2 pieces are in there, and the 1 screw is still in here. We're ready to go. You can see my motor's up here, so I'm going to drop that motor down to where it's straight across. So it's as far out as it can go. Alright, so with the arm of the motor parallel to the ground, I've got my 2 pieces ready to go. I'm going to go ahead and drop that in and push them together and start screwing it together. And I can't do that while I hold it. Alright, then about, well, here, with it horizontal to the ground like this, you can stick the Allen wrench in long ways and get half a turn at a time. It took me about 6 or 7 tedious minutes, but it's done and it works. No more falling out of the track. Hope this helps you guys.